Bonjour everyone, we are live and this is Sylvie with Boutique NYC, my favorite business partner and only one actually, because I only need this one, she's the best. Sonia is not far from the screen, but she's not visible, but she says hi. So bonjour, bonjour, and today we have the pleasure to welcome Sarah Pajaro. Hey Sarah.
Hello.
So Sarah is the national educator with LIFTLAB Skincare that we have the pleasure to be working with for now about a month. A fantastic line that we discovered that we absolutely fell in love with because it's such a concentration of technology, but also on the safe side. It's not like there's absolutely nothing toxic, but it's a fascinating story that Sarah is going to tell us today. We call it because Sonia and I have been using the line for like about a month, and we can very, very, very much testify that it's a fantastic, life-changing, skin-changing line. And we hope that all of you are going to be listening to Sarah, asking as many questions. So before I leave the floor to Sarah, let me tell you just a little bit about the technicalities. So you can ask questions using either the bottom right little corner if you are live streaming on our site, or the Facebook comment section if you are following us on Facebook Live. And I'm gonna handle the questions myself. Before I go, one thing I want to say, we have a special promo. Thank you, LIFTLAB, for all the attendees today. It's this amazing travel set that's coming with like 4 mini size, but with this mini size you go a long way. That's pretty much going to do an introduction, a wonderful introduction to the line. Retail value is $50, comes free with any serum that you buy until the end of the week on our website, and I'm going to make sure that it's on screen for all of you. Automatically it's going to come out at checkout, so you don't have to worry about entering a code. So I am done. Sarah, wonderful to be with you today, and this is your turn, and I'm going to be coming back for the questions. Bye now.
Thank you, Sylvie. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. I am tuning in from Northern Michigan, and our company is based out of Boston, Massachusetts. So we are a U.S. company. All of our products are made right here in the U.S., except for one, our sheet mask, which is from France, because the French do masks the best. So today we are going to get through LIFTLAB, and I'd like to share with you a little bit of our story and what makes LIFTLAB different. And then I will introduce our products to you. And as always, I am available as an esthetician, virtually or over the phone. And so we'll talk about that another time. But if you ever have questions, reach out to us and we will always answer and share information about how we can support your skincare journey. At LIFTLAB, we have a beautiful product that encapsulates a natural technology, and it is a peptide. It is called CellPro Peptide. And the difference between CellPro Peptide and other exfoliants or ingredients that stimulate collagen, elastin, the strength of the skin, is that it works with your skin naturally. So it's not ever going to be something when applied that causes redness or irritation. Whenever you use LIFTLAB products, you're going to use them on your face, your neck, and your décolleté. I also recommend the back of the shoulders and the neck because we want global results. They will meet your skin where it's at and take it to its healthiest point. So you're never going to have reactions. Our products are found in plastic surgeon and dermatologist offices in their used pre and post-op to really boost the natural regeneration and health of the skin. Now, our peptide, it actually comes from the Arctic. And if you think about life in the Arctic, where there are icebergs, it is frigid cold. We couldn't survive there without layers and layers of protection. Well, animals and plant life and sea life in the Arctic have evolved and developed a protein, which is actually a peptide. It's really small, that insulates their skin cells and protects them from the environment. So our scientists discovered this protein. We isolated it, purified it, and we were very successful with organ preservation and vaccine preservation. Now, When we talk about organs, our largest organ is the skin. So we said, what happens when you put it on the skin? Did a bunch of beautiful tests and found out that when you apply any LIFTLAB product, because it all is powered by our CellPro Peptide, when you apply it topically to the skin, it works inside the skin to stimulate collagen, elastin, antioxidants, over 41 natural proteins found in the skin that are responsible for healthy skin function. One of our most exciting studies showed different ages of skin. And when the product is applied to the skin, it actually stimulates the uptick or the creation of those proteins only to where the skin has slowed down. So if you imagine me using the product, my mother using the product, and then my grandmother, when my grandmother uses the same serum that I'm using, it's going to work harder in her skin because her skin has slowed down more. That's why you never have flakiness or redness with LIFTLAB, because it works with your skin. So let's talk about what products we have. We have a very tight line. The idea with LIFTLAB products is that they elevate your regimen. So you don't have to throw away your favorite products to incorporate them in your at-home routine. We can find where something is missing or we need to make an adjustment, and applying even one product with our CellPro Peptide will elevate your entire skincare regimen and give you visible results. Now, the reason why we can talk about visible results with LIFTLAB before one tube or jar is finished, roughly under 3 months, is because we use the proper concentration of ingredients. So you're all familiar with the INCI list or the ingredient list. You can either find it on the back of the product or on a box. Now, when we name or list our ingredients in here, we can use the proper names from the ingredient companies or the manufacturers because we sign agreements with them and guarantee we're going to use the proper dose that is clinically proven for results. That means no dilution in LIFTLAB. There's no fillers. There's no mineral oil or lanolin or extra ingredients for texture or to make it a larger batch. It's very concentrated. That's why one pump of serum will treat the entire face. That's why you only need a bead size of the cleanser, and then you add water because it's so concentrated. This is going to last you a solid 4 months using it twice a day. So at LIFTLAB, we stand behind what we tell you the product's going to do because it's clinically proven and we use the proper dose of ingredients. So there's no dilution. Now, a couple other things that we really feel are standard in quality or medical grade skincare is that there's no artificial fragrance, no artificial colors. We use a paraben-free preservative system. And of course, when we have pumps, we have airless pumps. So you're going to get every last drop out. In our sheet mask, this pack is sterile. And the entire pack, the sleeve, the mask, and the backing inside are all recyclable. So at LIFTLAB, we're really committed to quality products that work and that are also good for the environment. Everything that we have is recyclable in the packaging, and we're actually moving towards more sustainability. For example, our new lip treatment is going to come in maybe a paper or a cardboard container instead of plastic. We're trying to gradually even get away from plastic. So we're a company that has not a lot of products, really big results, and continues to use our biotech background and our scientists to really dive into what is the best quality product we can deliver for your healthiest skin. Now, I'm really excited because I have a bowl of water here and I want to show you how to use the cleanser. So our cleanser, Detox 3, is, like we mentioned, very concentrated. You can put this right in the shower or at the sink. It will never degrade. The ink won't come off. If you've ever had that, I've had that with cleansers in the shower, and sometimes it's annoying because then you have the little pieces of ink on your hands. This tube Once you squeeze out the product, you only need that bead size, then it cuts off. So water is not going to get in your tube. Now, you only need a bead size. That is enough cleanser for the face, neck, and décolleté. Remember, we treat all three of these the same because we need them to match. If we do just something here and stop at the jawline or even at our collarbone, this skin is going to be different. So Detox 3, I am going to add with water or mix with water a good 2 or 3 times. So you see how it starts to foam. It's not so much a paste anymore. One more time, and I'm just putting a couple drops of water. This is when your cleanser is activated. So if it feels like a paste, add more water. Now we always cleanse in circles. I'm showing you the back of my hand just because I do have a little bit of makeup on today. Cleanse in circles, and you can even let it set for a couple minutes. There is a peptide that exfoliates. That peptide is programmed to only address dead skin cells. So it does not matter any other exfoliant you're using at home, if you're using a prescription exfoliant, if you're using hydroxy acids, if you're having professional treatment, you can still cleanse with Detox 3, and it will remove the superficial dead skin cells. Then when you apply your other products, they can actually soak into the skin and go to work instead of getting lost on the surface. Now, I'm going to rinse. So whether you have very brittle, dry, irritated, sensitive skin, if you have combo skin, or even if you have oily or acneic skin or problematic skin, you can use Detox 3 because it balances oil levels. And the way it does it is with shea butter, Olivum 300, and jojoba. Those oils mimic the skin's natural sebum. So if you're oily somewhere, it will bond to the extra oil. If you're dry somewhere, it will condition the skin. And when you rinse, there's no residue. So I don't know if you can see the difference in my hands. This is the hand that I cleansed. But if you can see, it's just a little bit softer. It's a little bit smoother, and you don't see as much as of the dehydration fine lines. The skin's balanced. Now it is ready to receive a serum. Always layer thin to thick. So if you feel like one of these serums fits in your regimen, then you can layer them under or over your other products. Just go thin to thick. First, we're going to talk about Lift and Fix. So if you can see, our 2 serums are different sizes. One is tall and thin, and one is shorter and wider. So the tall, thin one you think of as very thin and lucid. One pump would be enough for the entire face. So when you pump in your fingertips, and then I recommend you press between the 2 fingertips. We're always working in the top half of the fingertips because the rest of the hand doesn't touch the face when you're applying. I'm going to apply on my décolleté because I already put it on my face. So when I apply on my décolleté, I'm pressing into the skin. I'm not rubbing. You don't have to push LIFTLAB products into your skin. They are highly sophisticated. Our ingredients are the best that there is on the market. For example, the hyaluronic acid that you're going to get for hydration in our serums. A couple years ago, there was a new hyaluronic acid that is much smaller than the typical hyaluronic acid that you find in products. So we did some studies and found that it actually hydrated a little bit deeper in the upper layers of the skin instead of just sitting on the surface to hydrate. So we switched our hyaluronic acid in any product that has that ingredient to the most sophisticated form of it. At LIFTLAB, we're all about results. Lift and Fix is a serum that will fix redness or sensitivity. So whether you have redness all the time because of sensitive skin, if you're dehydrated, if you have inflammation or acne, if you have a sunburn or you're sensitized, then you can use Lift and Fix. Because it's oil-free, it can be used for any type of skin. So this is one that I have all over the place. I put it on my children if I feel like they get a little bit too much sun. You can use it on your body, anywhere that you need to calm and facilitate healing in the skin. So this serum is used in dermatological procedures. Now, our other serum, Lift and Repair. When you layer these two products, you fix the issue first, then you repair the active aging in the skin. Lift and Repair is a shorter jar, or pump, excuse me, and it has 6 peptides. Lift and Repair is immediately going to go to work to repair your skin. I have seen a huge improvement in my hyperpigmentation, as well as the uneven texture in my skin. I had a lot of sun damage on my décolleté, and Lift and Repair has really turned it around. So I am doing 1 pump again, and I'm pressing it into the skin. Now, when you press or apply products into the skin, whether it's a serum, an essence, a cream, a moisturizer, split the face down the middle and work out. Always work out towards the ears and then towards the underarms. That's where our lymph nodes are. So you want to stimulate lymphatic drainage to invite that nutrients back to the skin. Lymphatic drainage is going to cleanse the skin from impurities and then allow nutrients to come back. So I'm always working out from the middle. Now, you do not have to layer serums. You can use one. You can address dehydration, or if you need something cooling in the summer months, put this in the refrigerator. If you say, listen, I don't have time for 2 serums, but I really want to target pigmentation and the structure of the skin and my collagen and elastin, then Repair is for you. You can definitely also layer them. These are completely compatible with any other active ingredients, and they can be layered with your favorite serums at home. Just see which one is thinner, apply that first, and then apply the thicker one on top of it. Now, we have a beautiful eye cream. And when I say beautiful, like I'm talking that this is one of our best sellers, because you are going to notice an improvement in your eye orbit in under a month. Lift and Firm is a true cream. So it absorbs and travels. Now you notice that it's green. That's from 17 antioxidants. Remember, no artificials, no dyes in the product. Now, when you're using your cream, you're going to tap with your ring finger, and about 1 grain of rice size is all you need for both eyes. Between the 2 ring fingers, our ring fingers are the weakest fingers on the hand for the most delicate skin on the body. You treat the eyes and then moisturize. So it goes serum, eye cream, moisturizer. Now, I am going to apply right here on my orbital bone. I'm going through the brow bone or the eyebrow. I'm going to take a little bit more out to the temples, and then I'm also going above the brow. We want to lift and firm 360 around the eyes. So notice that I'm pressing my eye cream in. Remember, I'm working out for that drainage to get rid of extra fluid. And you just press into the skin. Bring it out to the temples. So if you lift your cheekbone, you see where the crow's feet could be. We really want to treat that area. And through the brow bone. Notice I'm not going on the eyelid. It will travel down when I apply on the brow bone. I'm not going up to the eyelash line. I feel that round bone underneath my finger. Now, if your skin soaks that right in and you feel like, gosh, it's dry, I need more, go ahead and get a little bit more. But I'll tell you, you don't want to waste that product. Too much of a good thing isn't going to do any better. It's just going to sit on the surface of the skin. There is a saturation point. We only have so many layers of skin. Whenever you're using LIFTLAB, it should soak right in and work with your skin. You should never feel like there's a film on it. So if you go to apply makeup afterwards and you feel like the makeup isn't settling in, you're using way too much product. Try half of each product. When you're layering serum, you're going to use less moisturizer. So let's talk about our serums. The jar is Lift and Moisturize. This is a gel cream, very comfortable for the skin, super lightweight, cooling, very hydrating. It's a beautiful drink for the skin that is clinically proven to also increase your collagen and elastin production. Who doesn't want that? So Lift and Firm, it's in a jar. Tap again your finger, and we're going to do about a small almond size. Tap between the fingertips so you have the product, and then set it a couple different spots so then you can press it in. If you go right to the cheeks or one area when you're doing the face, you're going to have to pull. So you set it a couple different places so then you can apply. Okay, remember these active ingredients absorb and travel. They're not going to just sit where you put them. They're going to go to where they're supposed to. This cream is really comfortable on the skin. Like I said, very hydrating. So it is perfect for normal to combination, even oily skin. If you have oily skin, you'll use about half of a small almond because we need to hydrate, but you don't need that much. This is non-comedogenic. So it is not going to cause acne or irritation. And I can tell you that firsthand because my husband is genetically acneic. He has a very oily skin. He uses this moisturizer and it has actually balanced the hydration in his skin, also stimulated a collagen and elastin to help heal that inflammation. So it's all about balance with LIFTLAB. You don't have to worry about it causing irritation or being thick or heavy. Non-comedogenic. And with that note, our products are gender neutral. There's no floral fragrance or smells or colors. There's nothing, overly feminine or masculine. They very much work for all skin tones, all skin colors, and all skin types. Lift and Perfect is our other cream. Now, this is called Total Rejuvenation Cream for a reason. It addresses the main concerns with aging in the skin. So you have 4 serums built into this cream. Now, it's your hydrator or your moisturizer. It is going to address pigmentation with 2 different clinically proven botanicals to stop existing pigment production and balance and prevent future pigment. It also is an anti-inflammatory. So if you have any redness, inflammation, even rosacea or eczema, you can use this cream and address the signs of premature aging without overstimulating the skin. It's a pump. So this is a brand new pump. So with that said, our products come in airless tubes. So there is air in the very top of it, and you have to pump it when you first get it to pump the air out. That prevents the product from spilling while it's being shipped. And we overfill every tube or jar by just a little bit extra, so you always get the full amount that it says on the label. Now, this cream is just a little bit more creamy, if you will, compared to the moisturizer. This is for normal or dry skin. Between the fingertips, and now I'm really going to concentrate on the back of my neck because my décolleté is really full, but I want to show you that you always treat the back of your neck because we can get sun damage just like the front. So right now I'm addressing that pigmentation. I am addressing inflammation, which leads to premature aging. I'm also moisturizing. I also have the highest concentration of our CellPro Peptide in Lift and Perfect. So this is going to be the workhorse or your powerhouse if you really want to treat or prevent loss of strength, elasticity, or turgor in the skin. So if you're doing like that deep wrinkle repair, Lift and Perfect is for you. And then we also have a leave-on blend of the exfoliating peptide from the cleanser, and that addresses surface texture. So if you ever feel like you get a buildup or almost a crater-like appearance on some of your pores, you take care of it with the cleanser and the Perfect. And now these two, because we had so many people that bought them at the same time, we put them in a duo, And the duo is on the site, and that is 30% off compared to if you bought them individually. So if you say, listen, 2 steps, I want the benefits of 8 products in 2 steps at 30% off, that's when you purchase a duo instead of buying them independently. Now, we have a mask. I know I have talked for a really long time. I'll tell you our sheet mask really quick and we'll get to Q&A. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I just like to give you all the information. Our face and eye sheet mask, like we mentioned in the beginning, it is in a sterile pouch and it is a one size fits all. So when you open the pouch and take it out, you're going to tear open the corner of the eye, the corner of the nose, and the corner of the mouth to have that connection on the skin. You can use this at home once to twice a week, and it will give you a professional boost of serum. So this isn't like the serum that is in your pump that you use twice a day. You can only use it twice a week because it's too much for the skin. What do I mean by too much? So this really targets, with our CellPro Peptide and other actives, collagen and elastin production. It gives you the immediate benefits of hydration and firming or toning on the surface, and it's really going to work for 4 days after application. So when you apply this, your skin looks better even the next day. It continues to work in the skin. So it's like your professional treatment at home. So this is a beautiful way to have that self-care, get a professional dose of products or ingredients if you're not able to get to your treatment room with your SD right now. That is the LIFTLAB product line. Thanks for letting me go a little bit long-winded. I would love to take questions.
Thank you, Sarah. This was great. And I can also insist on the mask. I had one yesterday, and I think you guys can see how beautiful my skin is today. No, I think it was awesome. And we had some comments that said that people were learning a lot. Yvonne, I think, said that. And thank you for saying it. And I think it was really, really nice to have your explanation. So let me browse through the questions and bring up, Linda. Let's show Linda's question. I have a lot of breakouts, especially with the mask. Yeah. Anything I can use in the line?
Yes. So maskne is a real thing. And there's a couple things that happen with maskne. Right now, we can't go anywhere without a mask on. And there's friction. It also is kind of taking away the ability for the skin to release what we need to, and it's holding it in on the skin. So it's harboring irritants. The first thing I would use is the cleanser. Cleansing with Detox 3 is going to do just that. It's going to allow the toxins on the surface of the skin to be removed without being overly aggressive. You know, with maskne, we don't want to go into scrubbing or using too many ingredients like salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide that could over dry the skin. Let's start with a peptide that exfoliates to remove debris and irritants on the surface of the skin, and you should definitely see a difference. Now, I will say double cleansing is a real thing. At night, whether you have makeup, SPF, or you don't have either of those, but you've been out and about all day, you have a film on the skin, like a soup that is oil-based. You need to remove that with something that has a surfactant like the cleanser, how it foams, but it's soap-free. It will bond to that oil-based debris, but it won't strip the skin. Yeah. That's the first cleanse. The second time you cleanse, right away, cleanse 30 seconds, rinse, and just you have a damp face, go ahead and cleanse again. That's when the peptide can really connect to the dead skin cells and remove any debris or irritants that are harboring in the dead skin cells and remove the dead skin cells so then you have that smooth skin. So I would start with the detox cleanser.
So wonderful. And since you're talking about that peptide, there's a question from Christina. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Christina. The source of the product. So I know you did the whole session about it, but maybe you could be saying it again, the CellPro.
You know, she might be asking, where do we get the CellPro Peptide from? And that's a great question. So originally, We partnered with fishermen at the docks. We found that the peptide is in fish. We found it in plants. We found it in animals. But as a biotech company, we said, listen, we're not going to go and deplete an we found fishermen who were fishing for the food industry, and we met them at the dock. And we said, if we give you a machine, a centrifuge, and we supplement your income, when you come in, will you throw the remains into that machine? And they said, absolutely. So they did that, and out comes a clear serum. The serum is sent to our lab, and then the peptide is extracted from it. So there is no parvalbumin. There is no fish allergenicity. Parvalbumin is the chemical when you're allergic to fish that's in the meat. There's none of that in the peptide. Now, we have also found a way to make the peptide synthetically. So starting with the updates of our packaging, so the green one, when you have color, that's going to have the peptide that is not derived from fish. It is made synthetically, but naturally. We derive it from yeast. And so it functions in chemical studies the exact same way, except it's not coming from an animal. And again, no animals are harmed. We're really serious about, we don't animal test. We test on employees or our family members. So originally, we partnered with fishermen at the dock. So when you have the white containers, that has the natural peptide extracted from a fish. And then when you have the colored container, that has the natural peptide extracted from yeast.
Good to know. Well, thank you for this.
Sure.
Real quick, because we're running out of time, from Ellie, how long before it shows results? You said something about twice a day, right?
Yes, the skin is very lazy. That's why the older we get, the more it slows down, because our body is slowing down, unfortunately. The great news is that when you feed it with what it needs to function and insulate, and you give it the nutrients it needs and the protection, the skin can speed back up. So when you're talking about the cleanser, I'm telling you, use this cleanser twice a day for 1 week. You will have smoother, brighter, more comfortable, more even skin. Now, we always guarantee that before 1 tuber jar is finished, you'll have an improvement. But I can break it down product by product. The cleanser, I would say within a week using it twice a day. Your serums. Now, if you are dehydrated or you have heat or irritation in the skin, you will immediately get relief with Lift and Fix. But again, let's say with 1 week using it twice a day, you'll notice a difference with Lift and Fix. Fixing irritation or redness. Lift and Repair, we're repairing the skin. So we need to stimulate cell turnover. This is going to take a little bit longer. So I'm going to say a month twice a day with Lift and Repair. That's with the 6 peptides to really wake up tired or lazy or dull skin. Now, the eye cream, 2 weeks. I hear over and over from clients, I've been using this for 10 days, and then all of a sudden I look in the mirror, dark circles, fine lines, puffiness, and then wrinkles or crow's feet. You will notice an improvement in the eyes in 2 weeks. Moisturizing with Lift and Moisturize. Let's say I want to be really safe, let's say a month. And here's why. Because this is a treatment cream. So it is going to address collagen and elastin and strengthen the skin. And so I want you to have a full cell turnover before I say, all right, are you noticing a difference? Now, in terms of moisturizing and healthy or dewy or relieved skin, you're going to have that in way under a month. But because I want you to notice a difference in the strength of your skin and the suppleness, let's say a month. Now, Lift and Perfect. We're talking pigmentation. Pigmentation has to come up and out. We're talking deep wrinkle repair. So a really neat clinical we have on this formula is that after 1 month of continued use twice a day, there's a true increase of collagen and elastin. After 2 months, it kicks in even more. And what that tells us is it's working with your skin to stimulate natural cell turnover. You're not getting the flakiness or redness because it's not forcing your skin to work like a retinol or a hydroxy acid. So for Lift and Perfect, I'm going to say 2 months because we're doing some deep, heavy work here, heavy lifting, if you will. Now, immediately, one more, the mask, you're going to notice a difference the next day. This is phenomenal. You need this in your life. And if you have an event, do it the night before. It's amazing. It's like a breath of fresh air. You're like, how did I go without this mask? So the mask is immediate. Absolutely.
One last question before we let everybody go. This question from Christine about retinol. So that was a good question. Using retinol twice a week, she cannot do more because it's too strong for her skin. Can she use your products in between or maybe instead? I don't know.
Yeah. So retinol, just a really quick, I don't know what percentage or what type of retinol. As an esthetician, please shut the door, Mommy. I'm almost done. Sorry, one of my miniature coworkers wanted to join. They're doing really good, by the way, staying away for almost 40 minutes. Retinol photosensitizes the skin. That means even if you put on SPF, even if you don't go outside and you have a window, your skin is more susceptible to breakdown. And what we're trying to do with retinol is reverse the breakdown. So I always recommend retinol to my clients 6 months out of the year, fall and winter. Now, with that said, if you're working with a professional that's recommending it and you're following their guidelines, I'm not getting in the middle of that. I just want to make sure that you know that it photosensitizes the skin. You can use any LIFTLAB product with your retinol and it will elevate how your retinol works. So first I would ask, what are you cleansing with? If you don't love your cleanser or you're not married to it, I would say try the detox because that's going to remove superficial buildup. It's going to balance oil levels and then your retinol is actually going to work better in the skin and not get lost or try to fight through the surface. Now, I would definitely go with, depending on your skin type, one of our moisturizers. So if you're normal to dry, perfect. If you're normal to oily or combination, then you can go with Lift and Moisturize because you have beautiful doses of the peptide and other peptides and actives that are going to balance and communicate with the skin to renew naturally. Retinol is not natural. It forces the skin to work, which is okay because sometimes we really need that regeneration. We also need to feed and remind the skin how to function naturally so it doesn't rely on something to force it to work. And if you want to talk any more about how to customize your regimen, I'd love to talk offline about that. Please let us know.
Yeah. This is coming to an end. I mean, we have more questions, but stuff you've addressed already, and some stuff that's a little bit specific, forcing us into comparing brands that we're not going to do today. Well, Sarah, thank you so much. What I want to tell everyone here is that soon we're going to come up. I mean, there's going to be other events with Sarah and LIFTLAB because there's so much to say. And we're also going to squeeze in some skincare consultations. So Sarah is a licensed esthetician. I mean, you guys could get a sense today of how technical she is, but also very easy to understand and very practical. So personalized skincare consultations, we will reach out to you guys, especially our members, very soon to set this up with Sarah. And for now, I'm reminding all of you about this wonderful promo that's going on through Sunday night with LIFTLAB on our website. It's this free travel set that's come in this beautiful box. And you really have a good sense of what the line is. So every serum that you buy, and it also works with a duo that Sarah mentioned, the cleanser plus the serum, that you get this travel set for free, which is a great value because, like Sarah said, you only need a tiny little bit of the product to work. So this actually goes a long way. Sarah, is there anything you want to add before we let everybody go on with their day?
No, thank you. Be well. And remember just to do something a little for yourself today, even if it's 2 minutes, even if you place your hands over your heart and say, We've made it through the day. Good job. You know, we can all use a little bit of that hug, and please let your washing your face or even washing your body when you take care of yourself be a reward. And thank you for spending time with me.
And we love your t-shirt and what it says, the Raising World Changers. This is what we're here for. And thank you so much, Sarah. Really appreciate it. It was a wonderful session. As always, we could listen to you and learn new things every time. So thank you, everyone who were here. I'm just checking. You have thank yous from the audience. So wonderful.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in touch. And Sarah will be back on our live stream very soon. So everyone, be safe. Be well, and we'll see you guys soon, anytime. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.
Bye.